Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Hicks coming at you. Late night money on a Saturday, the 18th. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. A little NCAA tournament talk, CBI, NIT, whatever's on the agenda for you there. In the link, 7-day steal up there, 31.20. If you want to get down on that, I don't get down on it and just go opposite. You know why? Because here I am thinking I'm going to roll into a nice 3-0 night with Texas -5, UCLA -7.5, and the under UCLA. Take that donut, man. That is again. Tennessee's nice. Tennessee under's nice. San Diego State's nice. You know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Free picks are free picking in the scroll right here in the chat for you to see. We'll talk about them in it. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, they are up in the Twitter universe as well. What am I going to say? I got Alabama right now. We'll see what happens there. But it's all about the Sunday action. For those of you interested, and we'll waste no time into getting into Sunday action here. Let's roll right into it. Here we go. A little Eastern Washington. Money line -120. Whiskey in the net -3 over Liberty. And real fast here, because I know people want to jump on Liberty. Lost to 36 to Alabama. Not really. Is that bad? Losing Alabama? You're Liberty. I get it. Lost to Northwestern by 14 on a neutral. You beat Bradley by 11 on neutral. Lost to Oral Roberts at Oral by 14. And you beat Bryan on a neutral. That's the extent of quality competition for them outside of conference. 2-3. And Bryan was kind of a down year for them. I thought they'd be better. Not much. So I kind of hesitant to even add that game. The tournament teams they faced took the donut. And we've seen the Big 12 be the Big 10 be a little spunky. Again, I probably shouldn't have faded the Big 10. I was just not high on them. So that's why Wisconsin here. Pitt, another conference I'm down on. I'll grab the 180 here. I just feel the 11 seed, somebody's going to make a run out of that playing game. Pitt, plus 180. EW, Eastern Washington, plus 11.5. Let's go. Kentucky -3. Marquette -2.5. Stetson Hatters. Let's go, Stetson. Get it done -2. Oregon Ducks -4 and the over 136.5. I just think it's a bad travel spot. And I got Oregon on a bad number. I got them at -5.5 the other day. It's down to 4. I wish I would have 4 instead of 5.5. But it is what it is. Again, coast to coast, Central Florida up to Oregon. I don't know. I'm taking the Ducks here. Utah Valley plus the 4.5. And Gonzaga -4.5 and the over for you. And also, again, they're all scrolling underneath here. Quick rundown of, well, you know what? It's underneath. It doesn't fit too much. So, this is, if you see the scroll, it's not in the chat. I apologize. Now I got to look. Because the scroll's going, I want to go by like in order, but it's going to be out of place. But anyway, for the net, Wisconsin, as I said, the 2 seed over 3 seed. We like Whiskey there over Liberty. Oklahoma State -11.5 and Eastern Washington. Again, we like Eastern Washington there as the 5 seed. 2 seed North Texas versus the 3 seed Sam Houston. I do like North Texas laying points there. Again, these are just scrolling underneath. Tomorrow I'll pop them in so we can get them in the chat so you can see them there. Oregon and UCF, we already mentioned Oregon there in the over. Colorado -4.5 to the 3 seed over the 6 seed Utah Valley. We like the Valley. And 4 UAB at the 14.5 over 8 seed Moorhead. I like UAB there. UAB, I got a better number at. I got a UAB at a 12, so I'm a little happier about. Excuse me, that's the FAU line. I got a 12, not a 14. Excuse me about that. So yeah, I like UAB minus the points there. But let's enough about running them all down. Let's go to the chat. Say hello. See you is up on a Saturday night. Locking in with the Kings in the house. Welcome. Walk this way here. Good evening. Mark, how about Tennessee? Mark, we like Tennessee today. I had Tennessee in the under. I said in the chat, everybody Auburn, everybody Duke. Go the other way to make some money. Locking in with the King. Houston with a huge comeback. Caught the money line there, down 10. Down 10 money line, only 105. Crazy. That should have told you all you needed to know. Down 10, and they were basically a pick 'em to come back. Javi in the points has walked this way against Pitt. Minus the 5.5. I'm saying no. Give me some give me some Pitt Panther money line there. Gonzaga over. Walk this way is with me. Let's get it done. Whoa, a little jump down there. The screen moved, so I'll get back to the ones ahead of you there. But Captain Bry's in the house. Finally get to watch live for a change. There you go. It's all right watching live. Hey, listen, you come in after the fact. Leave a comment in here. I try to answer the comments when I see them after the fact. Though I appreciate you watching the Captain Bry. Southern Indiana got crushed. Yeah, I had Southern Indiana. Terrible in the CBI today for me. Western Carolina, I thought had a shot. Nope. Audi King. What about the under? What do you got? 34s on that thing? What about the under on the North Texas game tomorrow? So what was that total? It's going to come across the bottom in just 1 second, I think. No, it's not going to come across the bottom because those are strictly the chat pick. So you like the 118.5, huh? You like the under? 118 against Sam Houston? Let's that is a low one. I know North Texas plays a little defense. Although, do I want to go under that? I don't know if I want to go. I mean, I think this plays out into the 120-ish kind of range. Where's my little? Hold on a second here. What number do I got at this one at? Of course, I don't. This freaking. There we go. I'm going to go over. I got to like a 124 to 125. Just had to find another sheet there, Audi. I like the over. I think it is a little too low. A little too low for my liking at 118.5. Although, you know what? Since I'm here, let me pull up a live one. Where's the live on this? Or the, not live, but 118.5. Although I see Circa has it at a 120. So that makes me want to think over. Give me the over. It's official. Liked it before. Liked it even now. The pen is out. I'm going to add that as a game. And speaking of the pen out, not for Audi King, I get this off so I don't feel like I'm picking on the Audi King. Someone today, I think there was a couple, Golden State locks. Put 3 or 4 times your average bet on Duke today. Yeah. Free minds in the house. Mafia brother. Let's go Bama. I need Bama. I need some Bama. I've just had zero luck catching any of these things today, boy. Let me tell you. Yeah, King. We're going to do it CBI. Terrible. Good call in Tennessee. Nobody gave him a chance. Seriously, Mark. It was, you had the whole world, Duke. Oh, they just beat Oral Roberts. Tennessee looks bad. That's what Tennessee does, man. They just play ugly basketball. They win. That under was, I mean, we like the under a lot. I did good with the under Tennessee makes up for almost Texas, UCLA, and UCLA under altogether. Because that's a little heavier on UCLA under. The Missouri under too helped out considering I had Missouri and Kansas. But the Tennessee under for me was a monster play today. Alabama running away with it. Let's get it, hopefully, Dave. Texas in the house. Late nights. You know how we roll. Long Saturday sports started slow, but ended the night off with a profit. That's good. Take it. Any kind of profit you get is always a good one. Tex. Javi first half tomorrow -2.5. I told you I like Pitt to win here, and it's not that I just it's just a spot where I mean one I don't like people. There's a lot of money coming on Pitt. That's all I'm saying. You know what? Money line Pitt. 2.5 is a short enough number if you want to do Xavier. I get it. I get it. James Gaines likes Michigan State to win tomorrow against the Golden Eagles. Obviously, I'm against it. I got Marquette here in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm not. Uh, this Marquette bunch. And yeah, I think Izzo's better than uh, Shaka there. I don't know. This the Big Ten. We saw Northwestern with no quit tonight, right? We've seen uh, who else? Penn State battle. I mean, just ridiculous. Indiana looked really good. Maryland again. You're down, whatever. They're down 14-15 here. Big surprise for me with the Big Ten. I was not expecting that. And maybe I'm still got my blinders on, thinking Marquette rolls. I just not liking it. Adi likes Miami Hurricanes tomorrow as well. Are the Canes going to get their big man back? I mean, they pull. Listen, I had Drake the other day. We can't score for whatever 6 minutes. Terrible. Should have been a win for us. The Hoosiers looked really good in their last game. Again, I had Kent State there. I thought it would be a kind of a tough little battle. Kent, what are you going to do? You couldn't shoot. I mean, you're just missing layups left and right. I mean, it's ridiculous. Miami won't do that. I get it. It's a pick'em kind of game. I think that's right where it should be on a neutral. Indiana, what 1 point fave, something like that. Again, I think that's based on the kid being out for Miami as well. Again, this is a coin flip. 4-5. Follow who you like. You see who I got hanging behind me? Big U. Howdy. Text coming in. I got one more game going on. Have Islanders team total over. What is going on the ice tonight? Let's look at Little Ice. So we had a couple of people wanted some ice today. So we said Ranger. I said Rangers puck line. They got it done. Tampa Bay -320. I would have had nothing to do with that. Would have been a puck line play. Toronto wins. Florida over the Devils. Someone like the Devils. I'm like, well, the Devils in a pick 'em, and as good as they've been, that doesn't get done. Carolina wins. OT $2 fave there. Winnipeg, Nashville. Edmonton gets it done over the Kraken. Colorado rolls. Boston over Terry's team. You got the Islanders at 3. I think you should be all right. You got 3.5. You need one more here. End of second, it says. Battle of the bottom in Chicago, Arizona. And then we have Dallas all tied up here. I think, James, I'd feel good if I got that Islanders 3.5. Good to see Rick Barnes win a big game. Big game for him. He needed one. Liberty starts 2 guards that are both 5'9". I'm on Wisconsin, says Fernando. I ran down to Fernando's. I ran down to Liberty. Bama ran them out of the building, and we've seen Bama run a lot of teams out of the building. So I'm going to give you a pass to a 36-point road loss. Northwestern by 14, Oral by 14, Oral on the road and neutral Northwestern. You beat Bryant on a neutral, who I think Wisconsin's better than Bryant. And we've seen these Big Ten teams battle to the wire versus really good teams. I can't get Liberty here. Not a good matchup. David coming in. I really like Kentucky's chances to win it all now. The Kentucky side of things has opened up a bit. Right? We're going to have Kentucky and K-State tomorrow. I got to do, let me look at my little brack here. So we're going to have UCLA in the bottom playing, let's be honest, probably playing the, well, who knows, TCU or the Zags. Arkansas. I'll tell you what, that Arkansas team, I didn't think they get past Kansas. They could literally, I mean, I think UConn's pretty good, but the way they're playing, I see an Elite Eight. And Kentucky. I mean, if you're thinking it's easy because it's FAU, right? Because they have FDU, right? So you think they're gonna Tennessee will have an easy pass getting past Florida Atlantic, and then Kentucky beats K-State and Marquette or whoever. I don't know. I think Tennessee is still a tough one, and we said it: Memphis, Kentucky, Duke, K-State. You had a bunch of teams that could come out of that East region, and honestly, as ugly as Tennessee plays, I think Florida Atlantic. I don't know. I want to maybe take Florida Atlantic in that matchup. I mean, obviously, they have to win tomorrow first over FDU, but I think Bama is going to have a little battle versus San Diego State. Probably pull away late. Might lean to the points there. I don't know. It's a good little tournament. I mean, the faves have been rolling, take care of business. Texas, feel good about it. Just thinks they can't buy the hook. No buying the hooks on those team totals. That's what we live and die by. Captain Brian, scared. Got a lot of picks. You got Marquette, Pitt, Miami, Crane, East Washington. Yeah, I'd be scared too, Captain Brian, because my picks it's split city. It's not a good tournament for me. It is what it is. Tennessee will knock Kentucky out in the Elite Eight. Could be. I mean, can Tennessee win first before you put them over there, Mark? Don't get too carried. Hold on. Don't. You're all excited, but let's be honest. Purdue got upset. Florida Atlantic, maybe he's playing with a little angel on her shoulders, pulling out late wins. All right, you cannot just pencil them in. Play the game first. If you're a Tennessee fan, let's be honest. You see some of these scores that Tennessee puts up, and I'm gonna pop them up here in a minute with the way the Tennessee offense has been. 58-55, 54-66, a 46-43, a 54-67. I mean, they could score some bad ones. They could lay some eggies and not put up some points. 56-53 on a neutral. And those stick in your head because you're like, man, sometimes it just seems like these guys can't score sometimes, scoring 60 a game. Florida Atlantic, they play a little defense. Just a tad. Definitely be an underplay. Best bet C-Money, my friend. Kentucky has 0 chance, and so does Tennessee to win it all. T-Money is just upset because this guy had Duke today. He had Duke to win it all, probably. Come on, T-Money. You can't come in here and say Kentucky has 0 chance. How do you say that? You can't say that. I mean, anything is possible. I was shocked Kansas lost the game. They had all the momentum start. Yeah, seriously. Again, King, I kind of catch the tail end of things. I was running around today. I had to go get a little thing for my dad he needed. So I was really watching a lot of games. Got the stove came today. So I put the stove on a Best Buy card, King D. And I got $65 in Best Buy bucks. Then I went to pay cash at the Best Buy to pay off the $14.98 for the stove. But yeah, these guys start. I look at it as in Sean World, Like it's just, well, I had them, and this is going to happen. It's like that is just the way things have. You've been here, King D, the entire season. It was a great first 3 months of college basketball. Whatever. We were throwing up. It was throwing up shots like this behind our back, and they were nothing but net. And then all of a sudden, it has been payback in spades, getting these tough losses. Half point loss here, losing crazy shots at the end of the game. Memphis game. I mean, Kansas again. They were in control of a game. What happened there? What happened? That was and someone had said that no team, no champion had been back to the Sweet 16 in like however long years. And I think Jesse Shule came in and was like, well, Kansas has been a Sweet 16 in 20 of the last 30 tournaments or something like that. Hopeful thinking. That's all we could have, Marcus. As a fan, listen, if you're a fan, I'm a fan of the team. I don't get excited. So try not to put all the eggs in a basket, as they say. Kentucky's healthy. That's why I kind of said we like Kentucky to start. I said Kentucky is a dark horse out of there. I mean, it is a team with NBA players on it. Pretty simple. And maybe at the beginning of the year they start out a little slow. They're trying to learn how to work together. And I don't love Calipari as a coach. He's a guy, here you go. Take the ball. Let's play. But you have and let's be honest, the K-State game isn't some cakewalk. I mean, K-State's, when do you say it's a good season? I get it. Like, oh, well, they've kind of overtaken, 24-9. They beat, well, who we think are good teams. I mean, we could think, was Kansas a bad team because they lost today? I mean, come on. It's not an easy matchup. I like them tomorrow, yes. Nothing is guaranteed. T-Money, UConn maybe. Here we go. T-Money here. T-Money, who told you to put 3 or 4 times your size bet on Duke today, says get it all back on UConn tomorrow. Here we go. Kiss of death. My UConn ticket, might as well burn it. UConn, lock. Not even just a lock of the day, lock of the tournament, he says. Oh, T-Money. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? I can't, T-Money. You're hurting me. Fernando, I just pushed on second half. Bama under 124. That's a stink bomb right there. Was there a late basket there? What happened? Did you get some kind of late score? Under. Oh, for the game 120. I was like, say, it's the second half Bama under, because the second half looked like it definitely went under 124 points. I mean, I'm seeing 73, but I guess for the game, that's a loser. You said second half should be game. So you pushed down the under for the game. T-Money, Kentucky gets smoked by UConn and Bama. I know anything can happen. All right, listen. First of all, you got to UConn. Let UConn win tomorrow first. All right, and then let them get past Arkansas, who's kind of turned down a little bit, and then after that you got Gonzaga or UCLA or TCU or whoever, and then you have Houston up top or Texas. So Bama, again, there's not a lot of teams who could beat Alabama. They're pretty good. Dave, what do we got here? I like K-State to win it all. And this, I can't, people will say, oh, that's terrible. The K-State team, here we go. You beat Baylor. You beat TCU. You beat Kansas. You beat Texas. Baylor on the road. I mean, you had a run. And this is why you know a team's pretty good. OT at home, West Virginia. You go to Texas and drop a 116. You follow it up on the road with a Baylor OT win. You beat Kansas in OT at home. I mean, that was off a TCU loss. You got some decent wins here. You battled a Wichita team. You scrubbed out a win there. Again, some little sketchy things. You lose to Butler, looks terrible. LSU, a 2-point win, looks bad. Again, they're only 2-point fave over them at the time. Neutral court. Nevada, Winner on a neutral by 9. Rhode Island by 20 should have crushed them. I mean, but the Big 10, the Big 12 wins for you. Can't complain about your Big 10 wins. Uh, keep saying Big 10. Big 12 wins. I apologize. Kansas, Texas, TCU. You got the wins here. You got the wins. Iowa State, whoever you want to talk about, you beat all these teams. And you did it in kind of a tough fashion in some spots. You know they could win kind of battles like that. Macaroni Tony's in the house. Gonzaga moneyline and Xavier moneyline's a parlay. I do not like Xavier. Again, I'm taking a flyer on Pitt, though it Pitt moneyline, I should say here in the chat. But I don't like that the line is going up and people are betting Pitt, so I think you're safe with this money line. Yes. Team money. I apologize for saying the Warriors. They were the side of lineups. Again, taking the Golden State Warriors on the road is a loser. Loser. You can't, again, hope in one hand, hope they win, hope the Warriors go, down to what, 7-28 on the road? Poop in the other. See what fills up first. Warrior wins or your poopy hand. Get a lot of lemon zest for your hand, Team Money. Stop with the Warriors on the road. I don't care if they're a 1-point dog, a 2-point dog, a 4-point fave. No, especially during the regular season when you don't know who the heck's suiting up for these guys. Stop it. How'd the Knicks do today? We all like the Knicks. We said take the Knicks. Winner. KD. Nice on a new stove. Yeah, same here. I was in and out of sleep, so I woke up to shocking results. Yeah, but you're sleeping. You got a little one now. You're swaddling up, having a little baby time. Me, I'm just running around. The wife's happy with the stove. That's, although since we've been married, so this is we've been here at the house for what? This will be 2 years in May. Like the second, like they had a brand new stove here. No, it's not good enough. I think the stove's never heated right. It's not how calibrated. Like, I mean, the guy comes in, even in Jersey. They're going through 3 stoves in 10 years. It doesn't cook right. It doesn't cook right. Hope she's not outside listening to me. Fernando. T-Money, same here. Duke screwed me, but I'm going with UConn tomorrow. Oh, Fernando. Don't listen. T-Money comes in with a lock of the tournament kind of stuff. Don't even waste your money. Don't even waste your money. I got UConn. I'm going to have to buy out of that bet. What do we got here for UConn? Hold on a second. Oh, brother. Where's this UConn line against St. Mary's? Oh, Mary's plus 165. I can get in Vegas. I can get about 155 here at Caesars. Plus the 4 St. Mary's. Pushed on 73 second half. Terrible. Was there a late score? I was obviously doing a show, Fernando. So was there some like garbage bucket with like 3 seconds left that buried you on that one? Or got you to push at least instead of a win? King D, professional betting tip. Sweet 16 until championship game. Every team deserves to be here. No one is here by mistake. The books will adjust, but trust your eye test. Yeah, you're in a Sweet 16. You won a couple games. You look pretty good. You had to perform well. Things got to go right to get there. I mean, obviously, a team like Bama's just going to roll. So that's what we've seen all year. Obviously, you're going to get a FAU or a FDU team. Again, will a Florida Atlantic be a shocker? For me, no. I mean, it shouldn't be. They're high. They win tomorrow. They're 33-3. Yeah. All right. Okay. You had to beat FDU and not Purdue. I get it. You're still 33-3. Other kind of craziness, like what other team would be the shocker to get here in the Sweet 16? Pitt will be the shocker since they're a playing game, possibly. Right? Would that be considered a right? I mean, but again, this team, let's go through. tricky. Yes, that's why I kind of didn't like them in the playing. Lost to West Virginia, lost to Michigan, lost to VCU, beat Northwestern. So tournament teams, you beat NC State. Uh, well, I was gonna say North Carolina. They didn't go any tournaments. You beat Virginia. You lost to Duke. You lose to Florida State. You beat Miami. Uh, again, it's one of those that would be a surprise team for me more than the FAU. Pitt would be the surprise team. Um, Michigan State would probably be a surprise team for me too. Not high on the Big Ten. Anywhere else, where is the surprise? I don't know. Kevin, what will happen to FDU tomorrow? I listen. I think Florida Atlantic defense gets to them because Florida Atlantic is a team. I don't think they're going to say, "Well, we're going to overlook them. We should be playing Purdue." They're excited to be here, right? They pulled out a miracle win themselves, so they know anything's possible. They pulled out a late win. They're playing a team that pulled up an improbable upset. Uh, listen, as a Jersey guy, I'd love to see fairly ridiculous continue St. Peter's style. I don't know. I don't think so. I think the defense is the difference there. King's laughing at me for the oven talk. Yeah. Nathan's in that. Took a nut shot. Euclid. I know. 5.5. I, I was I wasn't even gonna do a show tonight. I was the wife. I said, "Oh, She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, nothing." I said, "We'll watch something." She made me watch this horrendous movie last night. We talked about. I don't want to repeat it. And she's like, "Yeah, show night." I said, "Well, I wasn't gonna do a show. I was gonna hang out with you." Well, you should do your show. So I come in. The Bruins were up like by 13 or whatever they're up. I load up the picks here, and I go back out, and all of a sudden it's like a tie game, like freaking UCLA. Now, am I happy that am I alive with all of these guys? Yes. The UCLA, the one kid rolled his ankle. I'm not loving that. I think I'm going to fade UCLA in the next round here against the TCU Gonzaga winner. Obviously, I like Gonzaga. Healthy UCLA would be one thing. Not healthy, it's a different animal. And beat SB MVP, putting up the same numbers. I think he's back in the talk. Like at first, it was like I don't think you could have not given it to Joker. He was being awesome, right? Triple double. Denver's winning left and right. Now you got Denver in a tailspin. Are they still going to be the number one team out west? Like they're the best team in the conference. I could see it being like not a no-brainer, but you're stumbling, you're falling. Here come the Sixers getting hot at the right time. Definitely worth it. I mean, there has to be. I don't know about that. The Embiid number, the Joker numbers are crazy. Again, he needs that team to rebound. I think it's going to come down to really who's uh, how the team is, each of them, Dave. I mean, because what's his name's going to have if he has a triple double for the year and the team's the number one team and or the one seed. It's tough. I mean, I know people don't like co MVPs, but I mean, how do you give one? I don't know. People be upset if you give co MVPs. I get it. Um, but again, Philly's the one seed, right? They overtake Milwaukee and are the best in the East. I think that should be I think that should be a determining factor when it comes down to okay, this guy's putting up huge numbers. I get it, but you know what? If if one of them doesn't put up numbers, are their team the best team? Like one guy's number propels them to be number one in their conference. You can make an argument for both. I know we have a lot of Embiid love in here. Um, Kansas. Yeah, Jess, I know. Moneyline Michael's in the house. Revenge tour stalled out. It happens. Hey, listen, I got faves that lose, Jess. I got dogs that blow leads for me. I had faves today. I mean, I had San Diego State. I had Kansas, Mizzou, Texas, UCLA, Alabama. I mean, I had Tennessee as a dog. I had the under UCLA and dogs. I had Southern Indiana, Western Carolina, Hofstra, loser, loser, loser. I mean, that's the way my tournament's been. Dog losers, favorite losers, totals pushing or losing. It's ridiculous. King D's laughing at the women. Moneyline Markel. King D says hello. Lock it into King. Well, Cash Fernando, Mr. Higgs do trust me. Yep. I like UConn. I had UConn. I got UConn -3. You come in and say it's a lock of the tournament, Team Money. How don't I think it's a jinx? You said you put 4 times your average bet on Duke today and Golden State. Not even close. Come on. Don't. You know I'm going to crush you when you come in and say that. I can't. You can't have that. No. The betting gods do not allow that kind of talk, especially in my chat. Team Money. Bama played the last 2 minutes like they were down 10. That's what championship teams do. I don't like the way Wisconsin's been playing. That's fine. Listen. All I'm saying is that the Big Ten. I kept saying Big Ten for Big 12, so this is why, because I got the Big Ten in my head. We saw in Northwestern, Penn State. These guys are tough little squads. And Liberty Bibberty, you lost by 36 to Alabama. You lost to 14 against Northwestern. You lost to 14 at Oral. Now you're going on the road to play Wisconsin. And if a team like that's going to get picked off, like any team, I think we said this before. If a team's getting picked off because they're not interested, it's in that game 1. And you know what? They came out and destroyed Bradley. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, playing well, every team comes in not playing well because most teams are coming into the tournament on a loss except for the conference champions. Right? So, I mean, they come in, they lost to Ohio State, who had an improbable run in the tournament. You lost to Purdue. You lost an overtime game to Michigan. You lost a 1-point game to Rutgers. You lost OT at Nebraska, OT at Penn State. They won in Penn State in OT. Lost the next game, Nebraska in OT. I mean, you beat Michigan. 2-point loss to Nebraska. Illinois, you lost both to Illinois this year. I mean, yeah, not a vintage Wisconsin team by any stretch of the means. That being said, Liberty on the road versus good competition, which I'm going to put Wisconsin up there with, I don't know, Oral Roberts, Northwestern, Bradley, a team that they just destroyed. Although the Liberty did beat Bradley by 11 themselves on a neutral court. I don't know. I'm just not buying Liberty here. Not on the road. Neutral, I'd look at them. Neutral court, I'll take a look at. Not here. I'll lean Wisconsin. Fernando Higgs will see the line. Put UConn as a premium. I had UConn bet on Friday -3. After that, when the lines came out, I'm not saying I have UConn. I'm saying when you come in and say it's a lock of the tournament, Fernando, it is. Anybody in this chat will tell you it is a loser. It is a loser, loser, loser. Like everybody liked Duke today, loser. Everybody liked Auburn today, loser. Golden State today, loser. Denver, they're only laying 1 on the road, loser. Who'd the Hawks play? People didn't like the Hawks today either, as well in the NBA. I'm pretty sure they won, or was that yesterday the Hawk game? I think maybe that was yesterday's game. Don't. Here comes the kiss of death when you say it's a lock. How many times I write it down? I write it down and it happens. Nathan says it's a gift. This guy's coming in with a gift now. He's jinxing my Eastern Washington plus 12. What are you doing to me, Nathan? Nathan, I'm going to have to badmouth you tomorrow night for killing me. Nathan, EW, a gift emoji. A gift emoji. Got an exclamation point out on my piece of paper here. T-Money, am I crazy for thinking that Rice plus 215 is awfully heavy against a decaying team that can be up or down? I think Rice is worth a shot at plus 215. The Dukes are definitely up and down. Alfredo, Marquette, and some St. Mary's for my 2 picks for tomorrow. I don't hate it. I don't hate, especially the Marys when I got guys coming in here saying that UConn's a lock of the tournament. Alfredo, I think you have 2 winners. You definitely got a winner on Marquette. That's for sure. KD, I'm on Michigan State, baby. It's Izzo time. One of the only Mount Rushmore coaches left. Yeah. Yeah, he's how much time's he got left? He's been there 20-something years, right? He's again, Big Ten. Still battling Big Ten. Nathan, I believe this is where the clock strikes midnight after you gets the shift. Probably. It's just now they're playing a team in FAU. Now, against Memphis, I could see Memphis doing exactly what they did against FAU, like doing something stupid and blowing the game. FAU's not going to do that. They don't have enough built up in their name to overlook anybody, you know. King D says a friendly 50 on Michigan State to win it all. Kevin Hickman, I like Baylor guards to be much more for Crane tomorrow. I do like Baylor. I had the Baylor future. Why do I think we've seen Baylor, and they're like every one of these teams that are playing left, with the exception of maybe Houston, Alabama, who are really rolling people. We've seen teams this season, every one of them, Kev, you hear me go over some of the schedules these guys play. Beat a good team, lose, beat somebody. Both of these teams, the line tells you all you need to know. It is a pick 'em. It's who's not going to make the mistake, who's going to get out to a good start, who's going to fold. Both of these teams look excellent at times. Both have looked like bad. Like, what happened here? I mean, Baylor at the end of the year, like you lose to Iowa State twice. Are you kidding me? Terrible. And Iowa State, a team you come in and beat Baylor twice, and then you come on and lose a game to bad teams. Markel says, King D, man, I'm tired. Go to sleep, fella. What are you doing? King D's still working. He's like, I'm in office, baby. We got games. He's looking for a dog in the NBA tomorrow. Listen. I actually bet an NBA game tomorrow, Markel. We said the Knicks today. Milwaukee tomorrow. Take the Bucks. 9.5 over Toronto. Toronto played today. Now on the road. Milwaukee, 16-point home loser last game is a 12-point fave. Payback time. I know you love all your funny stuff. First quarter, first halves, whatever you. Milwaukee to get it done. Nathan, unbelievable Duke, Kansas. What the hell is really more? I mean, Nathan, that it doesn't shock me. I mean, I had Tennessee, but I had Kansas. It doesn't shock. Have you watched college basketball this year before this week? These teams have lost all year long. I mean, every team. I mean, I'm not gonna say every, because I'll tell you what. I think Houston, as a squad's been excellent all season. Bama still has a couple losses, but I mean, Houston is 29-2. You know, and one of their games, the championship game, they basically took off. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is for us. I mean, the Jayhawks lost some games this year. You know, Duke definitely lost some games this year, but I think they were more of a. I mean, they had 8 losses, Duke, and they had some bad ones. You're like, oh, Duke's not the same. Duke's not the same. They're not the same. New head coach. How they're going to respond to in a pressure situation? It's learning for the coach, learning for the players. I mean, people want to knock not Houston. Ah, they don't play in a good conference. Well, they beat everybody they got to play. That's all you could ask for. Moneyline Markel says it's Sunday. Oh, it's Sunday. Well, yeah. Thanks for the calendar update. It's called late night money, midnight money. KD, power shifted in colleges. I love it. Coaching and schemes are exploitable now, whereas before teams were just stacked. Thanks, nil. Yes, and for that, I don't know, King. I mean, you're going to get some more parity. I think players. I wish players would stay more in college. I know everybody wants to go out and get paid. Now you get a little paid more in college, which is good. We won't talk about free throw shooting. We talk about that all the time. We won't talk about 16-foot jump shots, mid-range jumpers that nobody has. They don't even have it in the NBA now. So, yeah, the products should hopefully get better. But your schools are still going to be elite because they got all the money. I mean, Bradley's not going out and getting the same guy as NC or Duke or Texas. They don't have that kind of cash. Team One, I agree with you 1,000,000% about Liberty, but this Liberty team's different. They'll be down early. I think they finish them off. We're going to find out. We're going to find out with Liberty because that game goes. What time's the whiskey game? That's early, right? 12 noon. We'll be, by the time the show's over, we'll be at halftime and kind of see what's playing out in that game. Nathan, heard of my bankroll, King D. It happens, Nathan. King D says, well, I've been there. Trust your system. Never bet with you. Well, that's the thing, King D. People don't do that. People don't do that because you're too busy just loading up on your phone app and hitting the button to reload off your credit card. No one's keeping track of their bets. I'm winning. Oh, you're winning? How many times you reload? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how much I put in because it's not on a credit card, so you don't ever see it. Hit the like button. How many? How many likes we got on the show? It's showing 12 likes right now, but it says only 15 are watching here on the Winfrey Picks channel, so not too bad. That's almost everybody's liking. I pick UCLA to win all. James, I don't hate it. I got a UCLA future myself. A little worried about the kid who got hurt, though. I think that put a little damper on our shot here. He's got time to heal. We'll see how bad the ankle sprain looked bad, but we'll see what happens. Markel says, let's go. I'm on the Bucks first half. Yes. Alfredo, Houston under and the Spurs over tomorrow. Let's go NBA. No betting allowed. Alfredo wants to go Rockets under, Spurs over. The Spurs over was really good for a long time. Now you got Atlanta coming to town. I'm going to say, hey, Spurs over. Sure, they don't play any defense. Atlanta, they're off a win. We mentioned them the other day. All right, Houston under New Orleans. I don't hate it. 227. I don't hate Alfredo. I'm not really great at NBA totals. Not something I love to do. Today there was one NBA total that I thought was that today was like a 250 NBA total, 248, or was that the other night? What night was that crazy total? 250 Atlanta total. Didn't even go over. Crazy. 250. Moneyline Markel says, I love the Markel. Please tell me you're just saying this because of just I ran off what I said about Milwaukee. Any Rocket Love at 168 and the Magic are 205 at worst, 1-1 at worst. So Rockets at home, I don't think it's bad. I mean, New Orleans is a losing record on the road. They got 11 wins. You want to take a shot on the Rockets? I don't hate it. Where are they for tank purposes? They're identical to San Antone. See, more of the I don't mind the Magic. Magic, we could always take them as a little doggy here. They got the Lakers, sure. I mean, I don't know if at worst you're 1-1. I think at worst you're 0-2. But it's plus money, so it's not terrible. Nathan, Bruins on the ice. Is this for Sunday? I don't even have Sunday ice up. I'll pull up another window here for Sunday ice. Sunday ice Bruins against Buffalo. Big number. Bruins in a back-to-back just beat the Wild. Would maybe I'm probably looking maybe over in that game. Give me the over. Give me the over on the ice tomorrow. First look at ice. Look at this Vegas 330. Are you kidding me? I mean, take Columbus there. Rangers are off a big win against that. Again, I would say, Rangers, people are going to want the Rangers tomorrow. I'm going to say puck line. Bruins, they'll give me the over. Cherry on top, I got 2 of Memphis today. Oh, Memphis yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. Please, Nathan. Now, we talked about that. It was between Memphis and Drake not scoring for 6 minutes. I should just retire for the rest of the month here with college basketball. Censorship wise player of the year discussion. Houston just sparked my interest again. They overcame adversity with the best player on the court losing. Listen, Houston's a good team. They have 2 losses on the year. One was a loss where they lost their star player didn't play, and they're probably like, you know what? Let's just get the heck out of here. We don't need some crazy crap happening and somebody else getting hurt. We're a 1 seed. Fine, Memphis. You've played us tough twice already. We know you could catch us. You could have this game. We just got to get healthy and have a Final Four run in this because every year somebody gets hurt for us. They're a good team. King D, I agree. Definitely seeing the talent side to bounce out. I was like, see, guys, stay. Yeah, they have to stay. But the balancing out, I mean, the bigger schools are always going to get the best players because they have more money. It's just that simple. And I don't know, the transfer portal stuff with these guys, I just don't like that. That's the total was Hawks Warriors. Yeah, I had to go back and check it, Jesse. Went under too, by the way. Went under. Moneyline Markel, maybe I come back in the Rockets first half, little step. I don't know. Thank you with the Rockets. Alfredo, I like no to win NBA. I like no to win again. NBA. Houston goes under most time. Oh, and New Orleans. No, I don't forget. I was like, New Orleans is playing Houston. I like New Orleans to win again. Houston goes under most of the time. I would just do Houston under, yes. They're still in tank mode. They have identical record San Antonio. I know they sometimes steal wins every once in a while. Under, I think, is a fair play. A lot of comments there. Usually the late show, especially on a Friday, Saturday, is like 20 minutes. But a little longer today. All right. Again, early action, Eastern Kentucky, Whiskey, and Pitt, all kind of earlier stuff tomorrow. Eastern Washington goes to 2. We'll talk about that in the show. Kentucky, Marquette, Stetson, Oregon over, Utah Valley, Gonzaga, and the over. Midday Money is back live tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern. Thanks for popping in on a Saturday night, everybody. And get some sleep. Wrapping up the weekend tomorrow of a lot of college basketball. And then it slows down a little bit. You got a couple days. We'll jump back in some NBA stuff. Or NBA. That was stupid. MLB, I should say. Some little Major League Baseball we can talk about. That's only, 10 days away, right? A week and a half, something like that. Exciting. But thanks for watching. Good night.